Hello everybody, this is your boy Kenneth, reporting from the KTookes spot, giving you all a brand new video, and it's on Sunday night season 6 premiere of the Bravo hit, The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now I know a lot of you guys have been keeping up with the show, and I know a lot of you guys heard on the headlines and everything that's going on, but the season 6 premiere, I'm gonna let you guys know, it's very emotional, but at the same time, you have your moments, where you're laughing, but at the same time, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, what in the hell is going on? I'm just going to let you know straight up from what I thought. But the season 6 premiere, for a lot of you guys know, it's going to deal with, when it starts off, you're talking about with Teresa and Joe Giudice. Talking about with the headlines of pleading guilty of those counts that they had against each other, and talking about, they were talking about the news had leaked at the time because it's dated from February 28th, 2014 from what it said on the footage, them pleading guilty, and, a lot was going on. Teresa's brother, Joe Gorga, and his wife, Melissa Gorga, who's on Teresa's sister-in-law, they see the headlines, it gets them emotional, they're like, oh my gosh, are you serious? You can tell it's very emotionally draining when you watch the show. The season premiere is very deep, but at the same time, sometimes we gotta go through the deep moments in order to get to the back to happiness, but at the same time, you're gonna get the drama. So just let's believe it's gonna be a lot of drama this season for season 6. But also, but after they show that, talking about how Melissa calls Teresa to let her know that hopefully, hope everything's okay. If you need me or your brother, we're here. We love you. And I thought it was very warm at heart because we remember when Melissa got on the show. A lot was going on with her and her sister-in-law Teresa. They were butting heads. Things were going on between Joe. The two Joes. Teresa's brother Joe and her husband Joe Giudice, so it was a lot going on at that time. But after they show that, everything's going okay, saying that, and then you see Teresa's oldest daughter Gia. She gets emotional. She's trying to cry, but she's trying to be strong. But it was breaking my heart seeing Gia really break down. Just getting emotional about it, but trying to wonder what's going on. But you could tell. It was so like, wow, like I didn't know, I was so speechless, I didn't know what to think. But it's going to show, then it's going to go back, showing footage of like 3 months earlier from what we see dealing with. It was like in November, so like the fall time. So that's when you have Dina Manzo, who you guys know, that's Caroline Manzo's little sister. She used to be on seasons 1 and 2 of when the Real Housewives of New Jersey first came, premiered and everything. She was on there, and she left season 2 for personal reasons. But because a lot of the headlines have been going on with her is that she's separating from her husband Tommy, because accusations, I think he was cheating on her. I think he cheated on her. I don't know for sure. I don't think he was cheating on her. He was being kind of unfaithful in the marriage, and you could tell it was really You could tell it really hurt Dina's feelings, her emotions. But hey, Dina's always been a tough chick, but she's one of those type of people. Don't mess with her. She ain't gonna mess with you. You mess with her, you better, she's going to come back with some bullets to really show you what's up. And that's what I love about Dina. But you're going to see Dina and Teresa hanging out and, having probably like a little lunch or get together at Teresa's house. And, Teresa's kids see Dina and, they start reconnecting. Because a lot of people, if you haven't watched the show, Dina Manzo and Teresa Giudice, they've been friends for about 20 years. Best friends, I say best friends, like best friends / kind of like sister, like a sisterhood for like 20 years. So they had that tight bond, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But, and then, they also talk about what's really been going on. And then, they do. And just talking about the whole headlines, how Teresa's healing up, not healing, but like dealing with everything. But I have to give Teresa a props. You're handling like a true soldier and a true champ, so I have to give you props on that, Teresa, if you're watching that. But, they also show, like, the next footage of when Teresa and her sister-in-law, Melissa, they hanging out with their daughters at the, their daughters' cheerleading practices. Like for Melania, Antonia, that's Melissa's daughter. The other, and Teresa's other daughters, because Teresa has 4 daughters, for those of y'all that don't know. But they were talking about what was going on, and Melissa was inviting Teresa to her friend Amber, who's one of the new castmates, who was Melissa's longtime friend, who she used to hang out with when she was single at the time. But lots. But to her harvest party that Amber's throwing, that Amber's like the host of, so it's a lot going on right there, and you could really. And then when they show Amber, it's a lot that went down with Amber, because Amber, she's a breast cancer survivor, but before they talk about she had breast cancer, the way she comes across as OCD, which I know some people that are OCD, and no offense to anybody that's OCD, but from the way they present the show, it comes off as Amber kind of being kind of like bitchy, but at the same time too opinionated, but she expects too much from people, but she puts too much trust in everybody too quickly, which some people are like that, but it just comes off as kind of like she's a little goo, but it's going to really show, but Amber, you can tell she has a strong knit family, but, she kind of throws a lot of shade at Melissa, talking about, Melissa, her, they were friends at the time in their 20s, and talking about how, trying to make Melissa seem like she was like a hoe, and I didn't really appreciate her, trying to make it sound like Melissa was like a gold digger and a hoe, and I didn't really like that. She didn't say gold digger hoe, but that's the way she was making it sound like, she just was trying to saying that Melissa was trying to get, marry somebody with money. She went to, she graduated from college, got her degree. I was like, okay, that was cool, Amber, but you letting a little bit too much out there, and you making yourself look kind of like you're kind of being shady, and she's supposed to be your friend. I know you guys haven't talked in a while since both are married. There's no reason for that. Seriously. And then you also meet some of the new, another two castmates who are identical twin sisters. Teresa. It's going to spell like Teresa Giudice's name, but it's Teresa, so I'm like, y'all know that. Teresa. And her twin sister Nicole. Those two are hilarious. They're going to piss some of y'all off. They pissed me off in the beginning because I'm like, they're coming off as kind of like too bubblegum-ish. But there's some straight Italians. I love them. And I love anybody, no matter what y'all are Italian. But they one of those types where they just like to have fun, but at the same time, they look like they could really, may cause a little drama and everything. And I think it's going to show when y'all see the rest of the season. But, the Amber's harvest party, it went really well. Had a lot of guests, but there was Miss Amber was showing some shade. I was like, Amber, really? Like, Amber, I had nothing against you, but you come off kind of like, But I know that was just the season premiere. I know things can change, but so far I'm kind of on the fence with you a little bit. But, show the guests, and, you meet Teresa's husband, Reno. He comes across kind of like a douchebag. Like, he seemed like he's cool, but come off as a douchebag. And Nicole with her boyfriend, Bobby, it's okay, but I don't, it's kind of like the verdict's still out, so I don't want to go into too much in my opinion, but it was just alright. I'll just say they are alright. The guys are okay, but, and, I was just like, oh, interesting, but I think overall, and then, you go back into the harvest party, it was good, but it was kind of like, to me, I felt like it was just like that scene was more, when they were showing the party, like, it was a lot of shade going on. You could tell Dina, I think she said she gets along with, could be wrong, I think it's Nicole, look like her and Nicole are bonding, but you could tell there's kind of like a, like Dina's kind of not sure, but I know Dina was talking about how spirituality has played a lot, how she's been lately, because basically she said she had like a eat, pray, love, type of journey, with spirituality, love, and knowing more about herself, and she really got shout out to you, Dina, even though I know I was watching back and forth, when you were on there the first 2 seasons, I was like starting to get to love the show at that time, but you got props from me when you had the, your foundation, I think the Ladybug Foundation, for breast cancer survivors. That really touched me, and I thought that was very sweet of you to put that out there, and just for Bravo to put it out there. But, it was pretty good. I had to really say that, but just to end it off, because I know y'all want to get to the point, more point. But towards the end, they show when Teresa and Joe Giudice, with Joe's family all coming together at Joe and Teresa's house for like a family photo and celebrate his his grandmother's 80th birthday, and then they take pictures just for memories and just because, just for everybody to get together. But it was tearing me up when Joe was making his toast. It was just, just telling everybody how much he loves his family. They're there for them at all times. And I could see Gia, the oldest daughter of Joe and Teresa, she was crying, but you could tell her cousins and, her sisters, like, why are you crying at all the family members? So it really was like, wow. And then even Teresa and Joe were like, sweetie, why are you crying? Like, she didn't really say, but you could tell it's really eating her up, especially since the footage says she's 12, but I know currently she's 13. So I can imagine that's a lot, especially for a teenager to deal with that with your parents, here in the headlines. You could tell people just talking badly. But, like, I'm going to be honest with you, when the whole situation was going on, I was like, wow, that's deep and that's kind of messed up. But when you watch, I know for those of you that may not like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, like, a couple seasons, I didn't really care for how Joe and Teresa were acting, but when you see this premiere, it make you really have sympathy for them, make you really feel bad for them, make you break my heart, because you never want nobody to go through anything, no matter if you don't like them or not. But it had me shaking. But overall, this season 6 premiere, it was very deep, but at the same time, you're gonna get your drama, but I don't think you're gonna get it. You don't get it initially, but you're gonna get some shade between. For this season, when it comes up, like, the more episodes you're gonna get with Amber and Melissa, but at the same time, you're gonna get Amber, Teresa, and Nicole, with Teresa and Nicole being the twin sisters, and Amber, it's going to be a cat fight galore, especially when Dina comes in the picture. So, and then Teresa's situation. So I just think a lot of you guys should just definitely you can get your popcorn, everything ready, and be on the edge of your seats of what's going to happen, because I think it's going to be a fiery season 6. And a lot of you guys have been wondering, did Joe and Teresa have their court date? They did not have their court date, which was supposed to be scheduled for this month in July, but they pushed it back to September. So just in case if anybody's wondering what's been going on with that, because it was supposed to be the sentencing, September has been pushed back to September. I don't know the date, but I'm just letting you guys know, just in case if you were wondering. So hopefully you guys keep up with this Real Housewives of New Jersey. It comes on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. on Bravo Network, and hopefully you guys keep up with the show. And if you want to keep up with yours truly right here, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KTookes. The show that you're watching, the KTookes Spot, does have a Twitter page at KTookes Spot. And definitely make sure you like this video, make sure you share the video, make sure you comment. If you guys like the season 6 premiere of Real Housewives of New Jersey, definitely let me know what you guys think about it, or just the overall. Did it break your heart, knowing what was going on? Be honest with me what you guys thought about the show overall. And definitely make sure you subscribe either up here or down here on that push that subscribe button. That way you guys keep up with your boy right here. And hopefully you guys love what I was saying about the show and made you want to tune in if you guys haven't watched the show already. So shout out to Teresa, Giudice, Melissa Gorga, Dina Manzo, Amber, Teresa, and Nicole, and everybody part of the cast. So hopefully you guys have a blessed one, just like I will, and hopefully you guys do. So this is your boy Kenneth, sign off from the KTookes Spot. So bye-bye.